Welcome back. I'm Neil Chase, author of Iron Dogs, writer-director of the thriller feature Spin the Wheel. You can find links to both below. And today, let's talk about character types. You know, some characters just feel timeless. I mean, we love them, we remember them, we want to see more of them. But lately, I've noticed some of the best character types in movies have basically gone missing. Or worse, they're still here, but in a hollow, watered down kind of way that doesn't even have the spark that made us fall in love with them in the first place. And when those character types lose their heart, well, the whole story just falls apart. So today we're looking at 3 classic character types Hollywood has forgotten how to write, what made them great in the first place, where they've gone wrong, and how you can bring them back to life in your own stories. But first, hit that like button, subscribe for more writing tips videos just like this one, and ring that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. And be sure to stick around to the end of this video for something that's sure to help you create your own memorable characters. So grab your popcorn. Let's get started. The first character type is the mentor. Now, back in the day, the mentor was a cornerstone of movies and storytelling in general. This was the wise guide, the steady hand on the hero's shoulder, the person who knew things, not because they Googled it, but because they lived it. This made them an integral part of the hero's journey because they didn't just relay information like some kind of exposition machine. They tempered it with experience and wisdom. They weren't there to overshadow the hero, but prepare them. Think Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings, arriving in Hobbiton with a twinkle in his eye and more secrets than the entire NSA. Or Mr. Miyagi in The Karate Kid, teaching Daniel's son life lessons through car waxing and fence painting. Sean McGuire in Good Will Hunting, breaking through Will's intellectual defenses to reach that broken kid in need of helping. Or Morpheus in The Matrix, offering Neo the red pill with the gravitas of someone who's been there, done that, and seen the machines up close. These mentors inspired trust, even when they were mysterious or unorthodox. They challenged the hero's worldview, they pushed them into danger, and often paid a heavy price for their guidance. In other words, they weren't perfect, but they gave the hero the tools to succeed, and often risked their own lives to do it. The mentor is the one who lived it before the hero goes through it. Now, the problem today? Well, in a lot of modern movies, the mentor has become, well, useless. Sometimes they're written as bitter and broken, stripped of their skills and drive. Other times they're a walking punchline, existing solely so that the younger protagonist can look better by comparison. I mean, just take Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. Instead of the wise Jedi Master, the walking definition of hope that he was in the original trilogy, there to guide Rey on her journey, he's hiding out on some island in the ass end of the universe, sulking and refusing to help. Or Zeus and Thor, Love and Thunder, who should be the experienced teacher that Thor and Valkyrie desperately need, but he's instead reduced to a self-indulgent buffoon whose main role is to crack jokes and twirl his skirt. Or how about Doctor Strange in both the Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man No Way Home, who is perfectly suited to be the guiding voice of experience and reason, but instead is presented as some kind of emotionally detached, reckless, and often driven by plot convenience rather than, actual wisdom. And yes, flaws are fine. We want mentors to have flaws. But when their only function is to fail or fumble, well, they stop being a mentor at all. They become set dressing, or worse, an obstacle that the hero has to get around. So here's how to fix it. Let your mentors be competent, but human. Mentors are rooted in our real life experiences. Parents, grandparents, teachers, anyone older than us who has the years of life experience to fall back on. And in our modern landscape, which is increasingly disdainful of anyone over 40, well, it's easy to ignore what the older generations have to offer, even when they're right. So show that their knowledge comes from years of mistakes and hard-earned lessons. Let them falter, sure, but also let them deliver moments of genuine wisdom. I mean, maybe they're hesitant to train the hero because they've seen what happens when power falls into the wrong hands. Maybe they're carrying guilt over a past failure. But when that moment comes, they step up. They put skin in the game, and they remind the hero and the audience why they were the right person for this role in the first place. A good modern example of this is Rocky Balboa in Creed. He's older, slower, and facing his own mortality, but he still invests In Adonis Creed's Future, he doesn't just tell Adonis how to fight, he shows him why to fight and how to live. So when you restore the mentor's value, you give the hero a stronger arc, and you give the audience a reason to care about the lessons being passed down. And speaking of mentors, if you're looking to create your own character, well, be sure to download my character development worksheet. Absolutely free. It's 6 fillable pages to help you with the backstory, strengths, weaknesses, and character motivations, plus complete instructions and examples. You'll find the link below. That leads us to our second type of character, the strong woman. Now, once upon a time, the strong female lead used to mean something far more than it does today. She was tough, no doubt, but not just physically. Her strength could be in her resilience, her ability to outthink the villain, her leadership under pressure, or her willingness to sacrifice. She was a character with strength and humanity. I mean, think Ripley in Aliens. She's not a soldier. She's a survivor who grows into a leader and rediscovers what it means to be a mother. Or Sarah Connor in Terminator 2, hardened by trauma, obsessed with protecting her son, yet still haunted by the future she's desperately trying to prevent. Or for a less physical example, how about Evie Carnahan in The Mummy, who, although a bit of a klutz, is intelligent and assertive, willing to stand up to both Rick the hero and Imhotep the villain, something pretty much no other character in the entire movie is willing to do. Or Princess Leia in the original Star Wars, a diplomat, a fighter, and a sarcastic wit all rolled into one, holding her own against smugglers and Jedi, against the worst of the worst in the Empire. These characters weren't just role models because they could throw a punch. They were role models because they were human, both capable and flawed. They got scared. They made mistakes. They had to earn their victories, often at personal cost. And that journey made their strength mean something. It made them relatable and inspiring. And the problem today? Well, somewhere along the way, strong got conflated with flawless. We started getting girl boss versions of strong women, perfect at everything, never wrong, never in real danger. She's already mastered every skill before the story even begins, so there's no need for any kind of growth, no learning curve, no vulnerability to hook the audience in, and most definitely, no inner flaws for her to overcome. Only external obstacles that validate how perfect she was all along. Her biggest failing is that no one else acknowledges it right away, but by the end, they all inevitably do. For examples, I mean, there's so many to choose from. We've got Rey in the Star Wars sequels, effortlessly wielding the Force, defeating trained Sith without much training or struggle, or Agent M in Men in Black International, breezing through every challenge like she's speedrunning the plot. Captain Marvel, Cassie Lang, Lady Thor, Photon, She-Hulk. Marvel's a goldmine of girl bosses right now who are inherently great at everything, never need training, even when faced with alien technology or mystical forces far beyond human comprehension, and never truly fail, unlike their extremely flawed male counterparts. And this is part of the problem. In seeking to make the strong woman an equal in every way to the strong man, or superior to in some cases, the writers are scared to give her any vulnerabilities or inner growth. But without struggle, there's no suspense. Without genuine, all too human flaws, there's no relatability. If a character can do everything without breaking a sweat, well, then their victories don't feel earned. They feel inevitable. And inevitable is just another way of saying predictable. And predictable is just another way of saying boring. So how to fix it? Well, strength is more engaging when it's earned. Let her fail. Let her get scared. Let her learn. Let her fight for her skills. Her strengths should grow out of the challenges she faces, not exist in some vacuum. So give her room to grow. And don't be afraid to give her moments of real emotional vulnerability, because those are the moments that make her triumphs land harder. A great example of this in the modern take would be Furiosa in Mad Max Fury Road. She's tough as nails, but she's also wounded, scarred, and driven by deep personal loss. She doubts herself and she needs help, even when she doesn't want it. Her physical abilities are matched by her moral courage and willingness to risk everything for others. Her journey feels earned every step of the way. So when you write a strong woman as a person first, well, her strength becomes more than a checkbox. It becomes a story we can't stop watching. And our last character type is the Lovable Rogue. Now, the Lovable Rogue is one of storytelling's most entertaining wildcards. They're the character you're never quite sure you can trust. And that's half the fun. They've got street smarts, they've got a quick wit, and a knack for surviving sticky situations. They might not start out as a hero, but they'll surprise us when it counts. I mean, think Han Solo in the original Star Wars trilogy. He's a selfish smuggler, indebted to a gangster, happy to cut and run until his conscience wins out. Or Jack Sparrow in the first Pirates of the Caribbean, slippery, chaotic, and always chasing his own agenda. Yet somehow on the right side when it matters the most. Or Malcolm Reynolds in Firefly. He's a former soldier turned smuggler who'll take the job, but he still has this inner code that makes him do the right thing, even when it's not profitable. These rogues kept stories unpredictable. They didn't walk the straight path, and they didn't always make the right choice. But when the chips were down, they revealed the loyalty, courage, or heart that made them, let's face it, pretty unforgettable. And that's the problem today. The rogue has been declawed. Too many modern versions are safe, sanitized, or reduced to a constant stream of snarky one-liners. They've lost that moral edge that made their choices matter. See, classic rogues, they skirt the line between good and evil. They're anti-heroes after all. Han shot Greedo. Jack betrayed Will. Mal never once fought fairly. And all that unpredictability made them all the more attractive. But they're not unpredictable anymore. Just formulaic comic relief or goofy sidekicks. No real danger, no moral crossroads, just banter. Some examples of this are Nolan Booth in Red Notice. Yeah, he's charming, sure, but his character's all talk and no meaningful arc. Or Frank in The Jungle Cruise. He sells himself as a dangerous con man, but he feels like a friendly park ride operator instead. All branding, no bite. And that's just it, isn't it? I mean, without stakes, without a real choice between self-interest and doing the right thing, the rogue becomes just another mascot, a fun accessory for the hero, hardly ever the hero himself anymore, and never a true force in the story. So how to fix it? Well, bring back the moral crossroads. Give the rogue something to lose, a moment where the easy selfish choice is right there, and have them wrestle with it. In other words, fight themselves and their own worst impulses. Let them fail early on. Give in to their greed. So when they finally make that hard choice to stick their neck out for someone else, well, it means something. Self-interest versus doing the right thing. That moral tension, that's where the magic happens. A good modern example of this is Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy. He starts as a selfish small-time thief, but as the stakes grow, so does he, culminating in moments where he risks everything for his newfound family. See, when the lovable rogue is skin in the game and something to lose, well, every decision crackles with tension. Every act of heroism feels like a hard-won victory. So there you go. Despite what modern Hollywood might have you believe, these character types aren't outdated. They're not broken. They've just been kind of neglected. The mentor, the strong woman, the lovable rogue. Each of them speaks to something within us, something human. Belief, struggle, loyalty. Ask yourself, is my mentor worth following? Is my strong character allowed to fail? Does my rogue have something real to lose? They all work when they're written with depth, flaws, and stakes. So don't just give us the surface version. Give us the heart of what made these characters great in the first place. But hey, this is just my 2 cents. Give me yours. Which classic character type do you miss seeing done well? Drop it in the comments and let's see if we can expand on our list of forgotten favorites. And before I go, if you're a screenwriter, filmmaker, or producer struggling with a screenplay that has potential but isn't quite there yet, I have a new exciting offer you'll want to see. But space is limited, so contact me through the link below and see if my rewrite to greenlight method is right for you. Until next time, stay creative.